boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to...
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They go play action now. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Seattle. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the 49ers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Lamb. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And Lance now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Webster.
7 yards, the pickup there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Lamb. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And he returns this to the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI call at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. on second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The play fake. Here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He completes it to Beckham. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Lindsey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Singletary. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Wilson on the keeper. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Wilson denied on the 4th down keeper. And his 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player? That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd down and 6. To throw is Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half? Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. They run the counter. Lamb. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
And Lance going to throw. Oh, what a catch by Ayuk.
Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 85 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
and down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he will find his man on the outside. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Wilson dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They go play action with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
To try again after the sack, Wilson eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Backer. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 27-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 34.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lamb, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Lamb. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
second down and 5. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This will be caught at Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of the...
He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge.
79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Working from the gun, Lance. And the hook up to Brown. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 2nd down now, it's Lamb, and flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Lance. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
54, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, tight down. 24.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Steps away to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for San Francisco, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.